Hello, and welcome to the Unfazed Review Podcast.
Happy to be back.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Yes.
So we figured today was a day, whether you have a significant other, whether you're dating, or whether you are a lonesome loser, we're here for you.
Yes.
So happy Valentine's Day to all of the Unfazed crew.
And we've all been all of those, so.
Yes.
And every Valentine's is different.
We're experiencing all three right now. Hey, whoa. Yeah, it's a strange holiday, but it's, actually I heard on the radio recently that it's the least popular holiday of all the holidays.
Wow, really?
Yeah, Valentine's Day is not well liked.
That's strange.
Why do you think that is? I mean, I have an idea. I have a general idea, but...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think romance can be tumultuous, so rarely does it align that you're in a good spot for when Valentine's Day happens.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it is a lot of pressure, too, yeah.
It's a lot of pressure. You're really lucky if it's at the beginning of a relationship because very minimal pleasure.
I hope not.
Very minimal pleasure on all fronts of the relationship. Very minimal pressure, too. The pleasure, too. It's But I feel like you're just like, oh, you can get away with flowers and a card, you know, or something like that.
Yeah, and usually it can be a little more fun if it's in the beginning of the relationship.
Totally, yeah.
Like, I remember Sonic the Hedgehog, that movie came out, like, on Valentine's Day, and that was, like, one of the first dates with this girl at the time.
That's
and
awesome.
That was fun, because it
cool.
was fun, Sonic, yeah.
It's low pleasure and
it was low pleasure. The movie was low pleasure.
Yeah, but it was, yeah, it's one of those holidays that I think is very... very corporate and commercialized, but I kind of enjoy it. I enjoy the candy and such, you know?
Yeah, I think when we were growing up, I don't know what your parents did, but my parents always, or my mom always gave us little heart-shaped boxes.
Oh, my mom still does.
Yeah. Same. Me and Max got ours earlier today.
It's very nice. Yeah. It's very nice. It's sweet. Nice. It's sweet.
The family aspect to it is nice. Yeah,
of course.
It's almost like happen to be in a relationship. That's fine.
Of course, you get the candy, and then if you're in a relationship, you get the candy.
Oh, yeah.
Good times. But yeah, it's interesting. I remember last Valentine's Day actually connects to one of our dating horror stories. One of the girls I had a run-in with that I wouldn't really call it a run-in, but like we went on a couple dates. She was the one that escalated things sexually, and she got weird about me wanting to use a condom. Remember? Mm-hmm. That was around Valentine's Day, and I remember before the weirdness came out about that, like a week later, Valentine's Day was in between, so I sent her flowers. So. And I don't even remember getting a thank you. I remember I had to like send her a message and be like, "Hey, did you get those flowers?" And she's like, "Oh, I thought those were from one of my friends." And I was like, I put that it was from me on.
Wow.
Yeah, piece of shit. But so I guess rule of thumb, don't send girls flowers unless you've been on more than 5 dates with them.
That's true. Yeah.
I think that's a safe rule of thumb. Because with her, that was like technically date two or three. I think 2.
Well, it's a hard call. Yeah.
But we had known each other longer than that.
Yeah, so there you go.
But then I found out she was a little wacky. So
wacky tobacco, love her
I would good man. I would say 5 dates for flowers is the rule of thumb unless you're head over heels gaga for her. Mm. I would say anything other than that, they're going to throw them in your face.
Yeah, I agree.
Crazy bees. But.
Crazy bees. Yep. Yeah. Did your high school ever do the Valentine's Day grams where people would come in and like play music or anything?
No.
I did that in high school. Me and my buddies would the students could sign up to like have they call it serenade. They could buy a serenade for someone, and it could be anonymous or it could be from them.
Oh, you go in and play the music?
Yeah, I would play piano, then a buddy would play violin, and we'd go into every class and be like, "This tune is for blah 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 from so and so," and play the tune. Yeah.
And I bet they were always requesting like super stupid mainstream songs that you'd have to play in that.
Yeah, sometimes. Most of the time they didn't really care, which was nice, and we had our like select group of like 3 songs we just play over and over again.
That's
but
nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then they'd end up finding They Love You instead of the person sending the message. And Emmett reaped the rewards. That's fun. No, we never did that. We never had that.
Oh, it was cool.
That's a cool concept. Yeah. It's very serenade.
Yeah. And mostly what was funny was just like guys would send it to their guy friends.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's a fun one. This is the Imperial March.
Yeah, right.
Dedicated to Emmett from Ben. Very nice.
Exactly. Yeah, that was cool.
That's a fun one. That's a fun one. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those. I was talking to one of my friends earlier, and she was saying that her sister and her sister's husband don't celebrate Valentine's Day. And I thought, it's kind of strange. You know, it's like I respect it. I get it. People that want to avoid the commercial aspect, and they say, I can show my love any time of year.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're kind of going the extra mile to avoid celebrating that day it's almost like you're putting more thought into not celebrating.
Yeah, it's weird to like ignore it. There's something creepy about that because it's not like a religious thing. I mean, I guess technically it is. It's like St. Valentine or whatever. But
it's more of a romantic.
Yeah, it's just like you love. Yeah. So it's you can celebrate it casually. I think not every year, even if you're married or whatever, not every year has to be crazy, super expensive, overly romantic. But you can just you can acknowledge it and be casual about it. Yeah. I think, but that's.
I don't think there's anything wrong with giving a girl some roses and a nice chocolate Reese's.
Yeah.
And banger.
Yeah, there you go.
But I get it. I get the people that are anti-commercialized holidays, like the Hallmark stuff.
Yeah.
But I think there's a place for it in our society. I think we can have a little love.
Yeah, a little love time.
Get a little love in your own face.
No, I think it's cool.
Totally. Yeah. That's about it on Valentine's Day. I think we did have some.
Let us know what you guys are doing today.
Yeah, please. Day, we would love to know. And also, we did light a candle in honor of the Unfazed crew. So feel free to pour yourself a nice glass of wine or whatever you're drinking. Kick back, relax, and have a nice romantic evening.
We're having a candlelit date right now.
We are. Yeah. A candlelit vigil. For the death of romance. No, but seriously, thank you guys for joining us on Valentine's Day. I did get a few Valentine's topics from a few people. All right. So, the first one that Corinne asked me about was Valentine's Day being commercial holiday or worth celebrating. I guess we kind of already touched on that.
Yeah.
For
the most part.
Let's check the Discord. Thank you guys also for writing in. You can do this on future episodes
too.
Please do.
All right. Any tips or tricks, please?
Yeah, definitely.
Reach out.
All right. I don't know if he wants me to shout him out, so we'll just call this this Unfazed crew member J-Boy.
J-Man.
The J-Man. All right, so this is kind of a long one. Would you like to read it?
Sure.
All right, this is from the J-Man.
Another dating horror story. Hell yeah, man. I got one. Not nearly as fuckaloopagus as my first one, but still a little fucky all the same. So for reference, last semester I had a girl, a female of the opposite sex, in one of my classes.
That's an important tidbit to the story.
This was a medieval warfare class. Holy shit.
Oh.
Yes, this is necessary info. We had to do an essay on the use of specific weapons and soldiers within sieges during the Middle Ages. Pretty interesting stoof. Anyways, this girl was pretty hot and at the time seemed a really nice person. That's always the way it begins, yes.
It's the song of the siren.
Like very wholesome, Yeah, she's in a medieval warfare class. So me having the biggest dig in town. I obviously asked this girl if she wanted to go on a date, get some dinner, that kind of thing. Dun dun
This
dun.
is mine or yours?
That's not mine, it's must be yours.
Alright.
So here's what happened. We were talking about our history essay during dinner, and she mentioned women's roles as soldiers, to which I said, okay, no, you fucking idiot, 99.9% of people who fought at war were all men. Yeah, of course, everyone knows that. Like, it's just how things work. And then out of nowhere, she explodes saying that I'm sexist for ignoring women's history. And so I asked her, aren't you kind of sexist for trying to one-up men's history solely because of their gender and your lack of a literal cock? She was all huffy and puffy for the rest of the night. And then, despite her agreeing to split the bill, if she hadn't agreed, then I wouldn't have cared, honestly. She decides to just kind of not pay. That's what I paid for all of it. Jesus, it's about 100, yeah. Damn. But again, if it wasn't a previous conversation, I wouldn't have minded. Anyway, I dropped this girl back off, and then as a parting gift, she says I don't like guys younger than me anyway, and goes into her house with her nose sticking up into the moon like a retarded cartoon. Best part is I'm 20 and she's only 21. Yeah, oh my god. But yeah, I guess she's ancient, eh? And by the way, just to add on to that, kind of a non sequitur, maybe you guys can go into personal detail relating to this. I find it super ironic and kind of brain dead that it's considered weird or pathetic for guys to experience heartbreak. Oh yeah, we can talk about that. There was a girl I was legitimately in love with from the time I was in grade 12 to my second year in university, and she just ripped my heart out like Davy Jones in the second Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. No, I understand on both fronts, man. First of all, yeah, I don't know, she seemed like a piece of shit, obviously, and
forget it.
Girls will always throw it. It's so funny because, at least back in the day, men were seen as the shallow Howls, and would, there were always, people would say, for men it's always about like the titties and the ass and that's all they need. It's just not true at all. And I'm seeing more with women that they're, at least if they want to hurt your feelings, or in general if they're just, I don't know what they're trying to do here, they're trying to project some sense of, ooh, I have standards. They always present you with these really weird, very shallow things like, no, I don't date men younger than me, I don't date men under 6 feet or whatever, like all these stupid things, which immediately shows me how close-minded they are.
Yeah.
If you immediately turn the capacity to care for someone off because they don't meet these very black and white, strange standards that you have, you're just a stupid person. Like there's no other way for me to say that.
Yeah. It's like me saying like I only like girls with long black hair and like olive skin.
Yeah.
Which is like a type that I really like.
Yeah.
But does that mean there can't be an amazing blonde-haired girl out there?
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna rule her out.
Yeah.
Like there's attraction is attraction no matter what. You shouldn't leave out someone just because they don't meet your initial criteria or criteria. But like you got to be a little more open-minded.
Yeah. And some girls ask me if I have a type, I guess because they want to know if they like fit into that type. And when I always say like I really don't, because I really don't, and they don't believe it. But I don't. Like it's person to person, because everyone's an individual. It's not like I'm looking for. It's just weird to sort of categorize and like.
Yeah, you can definitely have a type, but it doesn't mean that once in a while you can deviate from that type if someone's really amazing.
Exactly. Like, people do have types, and that's totally cool. But it shouldn't be like, I just need this, like a fucking Nazi. Like, I need this or nothing at all. It's like...
the age thing I want to point out, and also thank you, J-Man, for sending that to us, because that was a really good story, by the way, and I'm sorry that she was a bitch.
Yeah.
But, here's the thing. She's going to be a bitch forever, and you dodged a bullet.
Yeah, it's true.
So good job.
That's always the truth.
Excuse me, I'm belching up sushi here. But, the age thing was a big one. I remember, being on the dating scene, like... 19, 20, 21, and, going out with a lot of girls that were a few years older than me, and that sometimes being a hurdle, that sometimes being a thing. If a girl was like 23, 24, and I was like 19, 20, it was like, there were a lot of girls like, you're just a baby, and I'm like, okay, calm down.
Right, yeah.
But that was the thing they would say a lot, and I'm sure a lot of guys have heard that shit before. Comment below, you bunch of babies.
Yeah.
And then it's weird, you get to an age where you pass like the age of 25, 26, and then suddenly girls that are like 21, 22 are like, oh, you're too old for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's...
It's always just an excuse.
It's like you can't win either way, you know what I mean? So it's a weird one. But most times guys have it pretty good where younger girls do tend to gravitate towards older guys. Mm-hmm. But it is a weird like balancing act, and it varies from person to person. And like I said, they always have that weird like list that people need to meet.
Yeah.
It's annoying. Super annoying. Yeah.
And then I totally agree that I think men who are more overtly emotional, that is the manly thing to do. Like it's stupid to the whole things with like the whole thing with incels these days is
infidels.
People have like contorted it to be this shitty thing where if you're not like fucking 10 women at once, you're an incel. And if you show any emotion towards women and towards losing women, you're an incel. I got called an incel over the summer a lot by a couple of people because I was over that big heartbreak that I was experiencing. But it's like, it's not true at all. But the dumb thing to do is to try and shove those emotions down and pretend like they're not there. And
it's not going to end well.
Yeah.
You're going to end up like blowing up like a month down the road, freaking out.
And like... It's also just, if you genuinely don't care about any of these people in your life, then that's just kind of depressing. Yeah. Like if you're really just like that cool guy who can just like, oh, even if I do get dumped, I don't care. Let's move on to the next one. And it's like, are you seeing the right people? Because if you care for someone, you care for someone. You don't want to lose them. So it's just showing emotion is, I think, the correct response if you really love someone. Obviously, And
I think the key is to a lot of people nowadays, for whatever weird reason, equate that with weakness, which it's not.
Yeah.
I think it's healthy to show emotion. I mean, obviously, be careful who you show it to, but at the same time, like, if you're going through something like that, it's better to not just totally lock up and, go silent and not say anything, you know what I mean?
Showing your weaknesses is a strength. Like, it's scary to do that, and it's difficult to do that, and so I think being able to do that is the courageous thing to do.
There's a time and a place. Like sometimes if you're maybe in like a new relationship or something and you want to play it cool and be a little aloof, totally. But if you're like gonna go through a breakup and lose someone that you care about, let them know. Be like, hey, I care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
definitely. But that was a really that was a solid one, man.
was good. Yeah.
Thanks for the story. You dodged a bullet.
You did.
All right, next one. Doombot. Sorry, I didn't know if you wanted me to say who it was. Doombot. Thanks for the question. Question for the pod about Valentine's Day and holidays in general. Do you think setting aside a single day to show appreciation creates complacency the rest of the year? I don't think so. I have always felt that giving someone a gift on Christmas or a birthday when I am obligated to is so much less special than just because present. I think there's a place for both.
Yeah, I totally see what he's saying.
Yeah.
You're really good with gifts. I've noticed that. You're just you're thoughtful and you see it coming.
I do.
I'm not good with gifts, and I think I am better with the spontaneous gifts. But, so...
Like the bench from Kramer.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So I see both points.
I do get it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know a few people that have a hard time with gifts. Not saying that you do specifically, but some people do, and it creates added stress. And I think also if you're in a relationship, maybe that is a little on the rocks, it can be a make it or break it type of thing. You know, like Valentine's Day, for instance. Let's say you get the wrong gift and, you're walking on eggshells already. That could be the end of the relationship, but maybe that's good. Maybe that's good. Maybe you need to move on from that shit.
That's true.
And other times, I can see it causing undue stress on some guys.
Yeah. And like we were just saying before, people do being able to categorize things, and so having these things is a set day. It's now it's time for the present, but if it makes it, if it's less spontaneous, then I guess it is less, it can be less, I guess meaningful, but also, if you plan ahead, like Ben does, then it's great, because you can tell it was very thoughtful, and you just waited and stuff, and that's cool.
Yeah. Maybe, I guess my message would be, at least give a card, give some candy, something, if you have a girlfriend or whatever, or a wife, obviously don't ignore it unless you both agree to not acknowledge that day.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean the rest of the year you can't, it doesn't minimize giving gifts throughout the year. If you want to get your lady some flowers 2 months down the road, do it. That's nice. You're gonna get laid.
Yeah, exactly. You can do the spontaneous gifts on top of the required,
of course,
scheduled gifts. But also, at Valentine's Day, I don't think of gift giving as much as I do just going out to a nice dinner date or something.
It's more romantic connection time.
Yeah,
definitely.
Go get the box of chocolates and a rose and then dinner, and then that's it.
Yeah, if you want to, it's all kind of depending who you're giving it to. If it's something, there's nothing wrong with doing something platonic. Also,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you've got female friends or female coworker or whatever, and you've got that kind of relationship. There's nothing wrong with hey, here's some heart-shaped candy.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it depends on everyone's situation and their specific relationships.
Yeah.
Definitely. What's the worst Valentine's Day you can remember?
The worst one? I don't know. Usually I'm like everyone else, and I just don't really notice it. Mm-hmm. Or I get the box of chocolates from my mom, and that's kind of it.
Of course.
And that's fine. I've always been fine with that. It hasn't bummed me out.
Totally. Yeah. I've never seen it as a depressing holiday.
Yeah. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I've ever had a bad one.
Yeah. I can't really think of any either.
Yeah.
There was one where I had gone through a breakup, and it was end of January, we broke up, and then through February I was broken up. But even then, it wasn't that bad.
Right.
It was more just kind of all right, new chapter.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's,
There was one where I liked a girl at a time, and I decided to do the ballsy move of utilizing that day as an excuse to give it, and it actually went well.
That's
she
a good
appreciated it and she liked it.
That's
so
a good
that was good. But nothing negative.
Yeah.
So,
I remember going on a date with a girl, and it was I want to say one of our early dates, like a first or second date, and it fell on Valentine's Day, and we actually went and got sushi.
Great.
And I remember bringing her one rose, and it was a perfect date. It went really well.
That's great, man.
She was a major hottie,
mm-hmm.
and it was a success. It was one of those where you could use the day to your advantage.
Yeah,
that's
great. Yeah.
Yeah, and don't be afraid too. If there's someone out there maybe that you're talking to casually and you haven't quite bridged that gap, maybe ask them out for drinks on Valentine's. Maybe send them some flowers.
Yeah, it is a good. If anything, the holiday is a good social excuse.
It
for
is
certain things if you're trying to get with someone or whatever.
It's like the 2 extra glasses of wine as far as holidays go.
Yeah,
it kind of lubricates things. Mm-hmm. It's the social lubricant.
And once I did have a hookup on that fell on Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah,
but we were both in that same place. We both wanted it to just be a hookup, and
that's fun.
I remember at the end of it, she was like, "Happy Valentine's Day," on it, and, and then she left, and I was like, "It was great."
And you're like, "Did I say you could finish?"
Yeah. Get back down there. But that was kind of nice. Like it was just like a sexual Valentine's Day, which was
That's a sexy little spice.
Yeah.
It's a spicy little Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So it's only either been like neutral or good. So
that's good. All you can ask for is good neutrals.
Yeah. Good
neutral goods. Mm-hmm. Neutral Milk Hotel. Mm-hmm. Good one. It's a good one. As far as that goes, you want to dive into the email a little bit?
Yeah, we got a number of things.
That's all I've got in terms of our unfazed crew, but thank you guys for writing in.
Love it.
Appreciate it.
We got a lot here, man.
Yeah, we got quite a few.
You know what? We'll hit a commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll hit the email, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
See you soon.
For elegant jewelry, rendezvous with a London Gold Spy, the leader in fashion, style, quality, and price.
London Gold is the best.
Now you can compete in the Olympics too.
There's that!
Play McDonald's. When the U.S. wins, you win Olympic game and win up to $10,000 instantly. Or keep your cards, and when the U.S. wins your event, you win a Big Mac, regular fries, or a Coca-Cola. So go to McDonald's and get your game cards today, because when the U.S. wins, you win.
My kid is dead! Dad won! I thought he was at work. So did I!
All right, welcome back from that brief intermission.
We have a lot on the email today. So the first one, just going down the line, is serial killer calls into Howard Stern show. So we'll put this on the thing there.
Yeah, this is a disturbing one, but also morbidly fascinating.
Morbidly obese.
Sometimes I ask them if they think it's dangerous, doing what they're doing, if they're worried about things, and they'll laugh it off, and that just pisses me off.
Right. And then you go ahead and you kill him.
Yeah.
This is disturbing. What's crazy is that's the real deal.
Yeah. So the Howard Stern show was a popular radio show. We all know this. Beloved for its dark humor, hot takes, and so forth. But on the morning of August 13th, 1987, listeners were left feeling disturbed when a man wanting to go by the name of Clay called into the Howard Stern show. Clay admits to having killed more than 12 prostitutes in the New Orleans area. Doubtful about the whole thing, Howard and his co-host Robin begin to ask Clay a series of questions. Let's listen to it a little bit.
Yeah.
I got a guy on the phone who claims he's been killing prostitutes and he's wondering why he's doing it. So maybe he thinks I have an answer. Is this Ed? Ed?
No, this isn't that.
No.
What's crazy about this is I heard that Howard
No, I never
Stern
said my
and
name
Robin
was that.
never talked about
Oh.
it again after this
Yeah.
episode. Like, they never referenced
Sorry.
it again.
Yeah.
That's okay.
What name do you use?
You can call me Clay.
Clay?
Play?
Yes, Clay.
Clayface.
Okay, Clay. So what happened? How many prostitutes have you killed?
12.
And you're wondering why you do it?
I have a pretty good idea.
Why? Did your mom beat you? Did your mom spank you?
Was your mom a prostitute?
No. Actually, nothing like that.
What is it then?
I think I just do it for the sense of the power.
Right. Do you have sex with them first?
Yes, and
And then what, you strangle them?
once.
How else did you kill them?
This is what we watch.
Well, you
I was thinking the same thing. This is what we dive right into after talking about Valentine's
And where do you do
Day.
this primarily?
I've done it twice in a parking garage,
Let's talk about
and the
jerking
rest of the
off.
times on the side of the road.
And you're from the New Orleans area?
I like how Howard starts like trying to like circle in on
And how,
like
what,
facts
you
about
beat
it.
them to death with a hammer?
Man.
That usually only takes once, and
Dude, you gotta have a lot of anger in you.
yeah.
And that means you're heartless. You used to kill small animals?
No, I've killed a rat.
Yeah. Dude, you're a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And you
So
get away
chill
with it, I
about it.
guess, because they're hookers, and so far nobody's... What?
Is this Howard?
Yeah. Hello? Hello?
I didn't know this was Howard.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Howard.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've never killed a kitten.
So how old were you when you killed your first woman?
16.
Jesus.
And you must be a powerful kind of guy, big guy.
I wasn't then.
Right. And when you killed your first one, did you go in there knowing you were going to kill her, or it just sort of happened?
I knew I really had it planned out.
Hmm.
You know, I wanted to do the whole sending clues,
You want to
Right.
get rid of
Oh,
it?
yeah, are you in?
baffle people, but it turned out no one noticed for a long time.
Right. Like you killed her on the side of the road?
Her that was the parking garage.
Okay. And then what'd you do
I
with
have
the
a
body?
feeling
You
this
dumped that somewhere?
guy's like not joking.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think she's probably one of the ones that they found.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something. You were sending clues that you were going to do this?
No, I was.
He was gonna like.
doing that.
He was gonna leave like a note for the newspapers, and you know.
But you decided not to.
He didn't want to be famous or draw attention to himself. But my problem is,
No, that's what I wanted to do. But
but you did, but no one noticed the clues.
I never.
I like how Howard's
the
like getting
clues. I
info
never
out of
touched
it.
anything. You know, I wanted to have my own little signature.
Right.
I wanted the thumb paint
Oh,
with the thumb.
Oh, really?
what do you want to do?
Thumb paint with their thumbs.
Thumb paint what though?
I don't know.
Oh, anything. It was in a comic book a couple of years ago. Just seemed like a good idea.
Like you take
He
the
really
guy
wants
you
to be
killed,
a
you
villain.
dip your
He
thumbs
does,
in
yeah.
paint, and then you do like a thumb painting
Yeah.
on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Now, after you kill somebody, do you play with the body?
Actually, the closest I've ever done to that is I always make sure I pay them and I make sure they keep their money
Oh, really?
when they're still alive. But with one of them, I did put the money in a compromising place.
I see.
But that was this one. You know, it had a penis.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
It was a guy.
Yeah, I didn't know at first.
So do you ever get? Do you think the reason you're so angry is because you were abused or something?
No, I wasn't abused, Howard.
Where's your family?
You got a
I
wife?
mean, you got a mom, a dad, a wife, children. You got any of that?
I've got a couple of kids, but I'm
No wife.
not married to the mother.
You're a white guy?
It's him.
Yeah, Howard, that's pretty funny because the only suspect they had when they started finding the bodies was a black police officer.
Oh.
Howard just does ethnicity though.
Yeah.
Turns out one of them was associated with them.
Oh, really?
Are you on drugs?
I've done acid a few times,
So
but nothing heavy.
So after you killed the first 16-year-old, like you finished.
I was 16.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
He was.
All right. So you finished with your sexual gratification, and then you
Not always, no.
not always. You don't even want to get laid sometimes.
No,
You just want to kill.
I'm just bored.
Right.
But does the killing sexually satisfy you in some way?
I can't believe that McMahon's not laughing.
I've eaten off thinking about it later.
Yeah.
What do you say?
That's
He
about it.
pleasured himself thinking about it later.
Oh, he has. Okay. Now, how far apart are
like
these
us with
murders?
the
Like, you
podcast.
murder and then like you feel satisfied for a while?
I don't even understand why I do it, Howard. I don't know if I ever get any satisfaction.
But how
The
often?
gathering were was the same night.
Really?
Damn.
You killed two people in the same night?
Yeah, but I went to Mississippi for the second one.
Jeez.
So there's no pattern to how many weeks or days between murders.
No.
Are these mostly white chicks or black chicks?
Kind of fair number of them have been black. The transvestite was black.
You think there's some racial motivation here?
No, Howard, they were just, let's just say Jimmy Swaggertown.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy Swaggertown.
Don't know what that means.
Me neither.
That's pretty much the area around here where the prostitutes all hang out.
I see.
And it's just whoever comes up to you. You don't pick a certain type.
I don't even approach them. I wait for them to approach me, rather.
Do you ever,
Jesus, yeah.
For it.
do you ever like look into their eyes and go, you know, gee, these people were just children at one point, and maybe they just had a tough life.
I've let a couple go.
You have. Like what happened? You're in the middle of killing them, and then they what do they say? Why would you let one go and kill the other?
There was this one.
Go ahead.
I think she was probably really new to it.
Yeah.
There was just something about her. Maybe she reminded me of my fiance, but
Right. You somehow relate.
more of an innocent quality.
You somehow felt bad for her.
Yeah.
You. So okay. So you killed your first woman.
When was the last time you killed?
It's been a few months.
Right.
Actually, it's been going on a year.
It's like someone
So
talking about
what
last
do you
time
think
they
you're
got
going to do?
laid.
Do you think you're going to kill yourself? Do you think that you
Are
think
you
you'll?
going to kill again?
Can you stop this?
I killed myself. I missed the next Batman movie.
Right. You don't want to do that.
No.
No, but in all seriousness, I mean, do you
That's
think
the best
that
line.
you can control this? Do you think you can
I
stop?
think I have been.
Oh, you have been for the last couple of months.
A year you haven't killed.
Oh, a year.
Yeah.
Almost.
So why do you think you
It's like
stopped
someone
killing
talking
all
about
of a
not like having caffeine.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I really
1
don't
year
know,
murder
Howard.
free.
Yeah.
Part of it had to do with my car broke down.
No transportation.
Seriously? That's the reason?
Well, that was the reason for a month, but after that, I guess
You
it was
couldn't
all
drive around
self-control.
or pick up the people to kill.
So you don't want to do this anymore?
No, he wants to do it, but he's controlling himself. Like, you want to kill women, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
And
way
what
he
did you
says
like?
it so
Did
casually.
you enjoy seeing them struggle as you kill them?
Actually, none of them really struggle.
Jesus.
Do you hit them from behind, or do they see it coming?
I can't get inside their minds, but let's just say I hit them.
But, I mean, are you facing them?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can see their face and everything when you do it.
Yeah. The worst I've ever gotten was, one tried to grab my neck. I've never gotten any of the claw marks or anything that are, dead giveaways.
Well, you must be very powerful.
I wouldn't call myself powerful, maybe, intimidating.
Why did you use a hammer? You think you...
Because it was in a book I read.
Oh, everything comes from...
Cartoons and... Yeah. When's the last time you got laid?
Cartoon.
Last week, Howard.
Oh, yeah, so you didn't kill that girl.
No.
Because she was in a hooker.
No.
Right.
It's only hookers, though.
A lot of serial killers are only to hookers because they know, A,
Easy.
probably won't get caught, and B, they have some kind of anger toward hookers. So there's no way I'm going to talk you into giving yourself up or anything, right?
No.
I shouldn't even waste my time. I know I'm going to get calls after this, and people are going to go, Howard, how come you didn't catch him? I'm going,
Has anybody ever been close to catching you?
No. No. Actually, someone, once when it was in the newspaper, someone joked to me, I know it was you, but, well, they were joking.
right. Do you have a lot of tattoos?
I don't have any tattoos. I wouldn't do that.
No,
myself.
that person's gonna know
And
it's
do
him
you
if
get
they,
high before you do
yeah,
that?
if they watch this. Yeah.
I've gotten pretty drunk before.
Yeah.
I'm the only guy you could... Am I the only guy you ever told about this?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Damn, dude.
Wow.
And
Damn.
I seem to see at the end, I think they said they caught the guy, or they think it was the same guy that they
Okay.
caught.
Well, that's good.
So I think he's off the street, so you guys can carry about your your hookering activities. But dude, disturbing as heck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and you
Those
could
people are
hear
so
just
chilling.
like how casual he was about it, talking about it. It's just so bizarre.
Whew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always chilling.
The dark side of unfazed.
Yeah.
Folks. Yeah. I thought that was super interesting. That was one of those I watched like late at night, and I'm like, Emmett would appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hackers galore. These guys could be hired by any government agency, but choose to be rogue. A lone hacker on a revenge mission says he is the one who keeps turning off North Korea's internet.
It's beautiful. North Korea disappeared from the internet at least twice in the past month, with state-run websites becoming inaccessible. A lone U.S. hacker is claiming responsibility for crippling North Korea's internet. The hacker was bent on revenge after being targeted by a North Korean cyber attack, Wired reported. He said he was frustrated that he was a target and that the U.S. appeared to have a lacking response. Some experts have said the outages may have been a distributed denial of service attack.
Damn.
If that makes
These guys
sense.
are badass.
But yeah, what a beast. Like, and my thing is, it's like you're just like going and fucking with North Korea's internet, but like you could be like working for the FBI if you wanted, but like you choose
Right.
to just do stuff. It's like the same guy who does the tracking of Elon Musk's private jet.
Right.
Like he could be working for Elon, but he chooses to do it for like self gratification.
That stuff is weird to me. Like when you get good enough, you can just fuck up anything.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. Yeah.
I think what we're going to see in the future, mark my words, guys. I hope it's nothing too major, but I see it as an inevitable like attack in the future. I think there's going to be a lot of cyber terrorism. I think like I don't know if you guys have ever seen Live Free or Die Hard, the fourth Die Hard movie, but there's a whole bunch of attacks like that where they like manipulate like stoplights and like everything crashes basically.
Yeah. The grid.
The grid basically goes down completely. Really good Die Hard movie. I recommend it. The one with Justin Long. Really good one. But I foresee something like that happening within the next 10 years for sure. Like on like a widespread scale where it's going to be like, oh fuck, this isn't just like a little glitch.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a big thing. You know, hopefully not the scale of like September 11th or something like that, but I just have a feeling with the way things are trending with stuff like that, eventually it's going to be like, you know, a false flag on like someone shooting off like missiles at another country or something. And then someone's really going to like send jets out and bomb some places and they'll be like, wait, it was all fake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going to be some shit like that.
Yeah, it will be more
I hope not.
cyber-centric.
I hope
for
not,
sure.
but it's
yeah.
definitely a looming possibility.
The more we become dependent on it, the more the focus will go to that stuff, and we are very dependent on it. So,
Yeah, like in Live Free or Die Hard, they had a scene where the Capitol like gets bombed and just explodes, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And then they're like, "Wait, it's just fake."
Damn.
And like everyone goes and looks at it and like, oh, it's still there. Like
Shit.
they totally just did that like digitally.
God, that's weird. Yeah.
So yeah, give them time.
Weird stuff. That'll happen.
Give them time.
This says, you said this is the part where you leave and dump her. Man accused of stabbing girlfriend 30 times in surprise. I just couldn't stand her anymore, he says.
Yeah, and for those people that say, oh, there's a little bit of crime in Arizona, this shit's going on constantly.
Yeah.
The news is a total meat grinder out here.
Police in Surprise, Arizona say they arrested a man after he stabbed his girlfriend multiple times during an argument over homework. That's so sad. Jesus. According to court documents, 27-year-old Raymond Maltos was arrested on February 6th. This is really recent. After he called police saying that his girlfriend was bleeding and had sustained approximately 30 stab wounds.
This is totally appropriate for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Communications inquired if he was the one who had stabbed her, which he responded, they'll see. Read a portion of the court documents. Read a portion of the court documents. Officers responded to the scene and detained Maltos. While being removed from the scene, it was reported that Raymond had made a statement, something relative to, I just couldn't stand her anymore. Why don't you just, Jesus? The victim was taken to a hospital with life-threatening injuries. Bizarre to me. During an interview with police, Maltos said he had been dating the victim for 2 years and that he had bared witness to domestic abuse involving his girlfriend and her father and mother.
So that makes it okay?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Raymond advised the victim's father is strict and demands high performance academically that has taken a toll on her. Okay, so you stab her?
So everybody doesn't love Raymond.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Maltos said on the night of the stabbing he had left work early to spend time with his girlfriend because she was having trouble with her homework. So what do you need to
This doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
I feel like he just lost it and he tried to come up with some sort of reasoning behind it, but he's just nuts.
He attempted to console her by providing comforting words and encouragement, but his efforts yielded negative results, and she began to scold his attempts by saying he was mocking her. So he stabbed her. Jesus.
Like I said in the beginning, just leave.
Yeah.
If you're angry enough to stab someone, just leave. Yeah.
Maltos said, I'm sorry, this reads so bizarrely. Maltos said he didn't understand why his girlfriend was mocking him, to which she replied, boo-hoo.
So
in that instant, Raymond advised of a violent rage taking over him, which he believed to be a dream, court documents read. This is the most insane.
Look at this freak.
Ew!
What a weirdo.
Look at him! I'll have to get a picture of him in there.
Yeah, he's a freak.
What a... God damn.
Yeah, he looks like he's like in Rob Zombie's backup band.
Yeah.
Like, what a weirdo.
Wow, well this is sad and bizarre and Jesus Christ.
I was reading, if you go a little deeper into it, he stabbed her like 20 times. The knife broke. He went into the kitchen, got another knife, came back, and kept stabbing her until that knife broke off like in her.
What a worthless piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit.
Damn.
Total fucking psycho. He should be locked away forever. Yeah. But what a fucking freak, man.
Good Lord, man.
Yeah, so basically if you're ever that mad, just leave the situation. Don't stab anyone.
Yeah, what the
It's
hell?
not worth it.
Christ.
But the whole explanation of it, and him saying, I just couldn't stand her anymore, like, does that make it okay? Like,
yeah, Jesus Christ.
The fuck?
Man.
Yeah,
He
whack
was like, I was trying to be nice before. Like, what the fuck? It's insane to me.
I saw her abused, so that makes it okay. Yeah, people like that are just wacky pieces of shit that need to be locked away. Totally.
Alright, Poached Egg Staff. Do you remember what this is?
Yeah, go ahead and click this. I'll read this one. What did I say about it? Go ahead and go back. My thoughts, there's more to this story. Why would all the staff jump on board? The original job must have sucked or not paid enough. Okay, let's read the article. So, Arizona restaurant forced to close after almost all of its staff members were poached by another restaurant. So, a restaurant owner in the Phoenix area said he was shocked when nearly his entire staff was poached by another restaurant. Incidents like the one that happened to Mr. Matt Gorman paint a picture of the aggressive competition for workers at these times. Owner recounts what happened. Yada yada yada. Owner lambasts dirty move. So basically, come over, bring staff with you, and we'll give you a couple $100 per staff, said Gorman. You really shouldn't do that. Gorman says he pays $16 to $20 per hour for kitchen staff and knows things are competitive. He thought this move was dirty. So essentially another business opened and kind of bribed other people and managers at this other restaurant to bring their staff over to staff up the new restaurant. So my thing is, if he was really paying them so well, why would all these people just suddenly get on board to leave, jump ship, and go to another job that probably has very comparable pay? The job probably sucked, or the managers were probably assholes running into the ground. I don't know this guy, I don't know the business, but
yeah, you're right.
Everyone, like I think of like my job, for everyone to leave in one like group effort like that, things would have to be pretty bad.
Yeah,
and you'd have to have like no respect for the people you were working for. So I feel like there's more to that story, definitely. But we are seeing a lot more of that. We are seeing a lot of mass exoduses and what do they call it? The Great Resignation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. I think it's good. I think,
Yeah.
we should be a little more thoughtful towards our employees.
Definitely, yeah. And I think people are tired of not making enough money, and then they also know that they shouldn't be treated like dirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think a lot of people just after COVID, and everything, they realize that they can be dispensable. You know what I mean? Like a job can lay them off like that. So why not work doing something that you actually like get some joy from? So I get it. I get why people are leaving.
And Billy Joe Armstrong's 1964 Chevy was stolen, and he begs fans to help him find it because it was taken by thieves along with electric guitars and an amp. He's hoping a legion of Green Day fans can help recover his missing 62 Chevrolet Nova, which was stolen over the weekend in Costa Mesa, California. The punk rock icon posted a plea on Twitter Monday, begging anyone with information about the vintage vehicle, which has been with the band for over 30 years, to contact the local police. In addition to the car, the thieves allegedly pinched 2 electric guitars and an amp, according to sources. Look at him. Oh, man.
I do love Green Day.
I love him, too. He's just funny to me.
Yeah.
The car was stolen, blah, blah, blah. An incensed Armstrong penned in a tweet, "This car is near and dear to all our hearts and has been in the GD family for over 30 years. He asked his 1.1 million Twitter followers to contact local authorities with any information." That was a ballsy move, taking it from...
I feel like they're going to find it.
Yeah.
You know what really upsets me, though, is like, that guy has so much money. It's not about just a car or anything like that. It's a sentimental value.
Yeah.
He can have any car he wants. Yeah. He's like a...
That is a cool car, though.
Yeah,
cool
but
car.
like, you gotta figure, he's had that cool car ever since the early days of Green Day, plus it has his instruments in it.
Yeah.
And who knows how old those guitars are, how many tours he's had those on, what albums he used those guitars on.
Yeah.
So I get it. There's that sentimental aspect, so I hope he gets his car back.
Indeed.
Love Green Day.
Here we go, another prankster.
I don't remember what this is. Oh, this is kind of interesting.
Irish man left a hilarious, not safe for work recording to be played at his burial. Generally speaking, funerals are thought of as solemn occasions. Even when someone requests that their send-off be a celebration of their life, people still cry and express sadness at the loss. Nothing wrong with that. It's hard to say goodbye to someone we care about. Sometimes, though, a person manages to break through the heaviness of their own passing to make their mourners laugh.
I'm surprised Norm didn't do something like this.
Yeah, you'd think he would.
Yeah.
It takes some forethought and a unique personality to pull off such a feat, but when it happens, it's delightful. One such feat was expertly executed by Shay Bradley, a Dublin grandfather, and a prankster who literally had his last laugh when he pre-recorded a message to be played while his family and friends gathered at his gravesite. As mourners stood around the burial plot into which Bradley's casket had been lowered, bagpipes started to play. Classic. Then suddenly a voice called out, "Hello," followed by a knocking sound, seemingly coming from the casket. Holy shit. The knocking continued as Bradley called out, "Hello, hello, let me out. It's fucking dark in here. Let me out. Is it the priest I can hear?" Jesus. Bradley's F-bomb laced recording made it sound like he was alive in his casket. It made his loved ones laugh. And when he launched into a rendition of Neil Diamond's "Hello Again," even when those who appeared reticent to laugh had at least cracked a smile. Damn. Bradley's daughter, Andrea, originally shared the video on Facebook, writing, "My dad's dying wish, always the prankster. You got them good, Papa Bear.
That's
you gave us all a laugh when we needed it." That is nice.
You don't hear that too often.
Yeah, that's pretty elaborate.
I mean, I get it. That's depressing, but like, I feel like especially in the era that we're in now, more people would be like, let's have some fun with it. It's an inevitability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I wonder, depending on how, legit the whole setup was and how real it looked, they must have been like scared for 2 seconds. Yeah.
I remember seeing a paranormal video one time. It was, of course, in Mexico. Like, there's a lot of paranormal activity in Mexico. It's a real hot spot. I don't know what it is, but that part of the world, it seems like it's a hot spot, But I remember seeing some funeral in Mexico where you see like movement inside the casket.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm like, holy shit. And then you wonder, it's like, was the dude alive? We'll never know.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. Yeah.
Scary.
So I definitely see how that could be kind of spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you gotta watch this. Alright, we'll insert the video of this. So basically these are signs that it's time to leave Earth because it's getting too weird. Look at this. It's my favorite.
Holy, that's scary.
Those are real. Those are real. It's so bizarre.
Oh, I hate her, dude.
She's awful. Isn't that weird? Just weird.
Just weird, yeah.
I just want to show you this model.
Oof, that's great. Yeah, the models are weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that where it's time to get out of here.
Is there's a new variant or something?
I don't know.
What the fuck was that about?
There's gonna be a new variant every week.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Commercials like this are the death of advertising.
Oh, these are the fucking worst.
Alright, I can't wait to see it.
These are the fucking worst. This commercial's so bad. I just want to rip it apart, but let's watch it first. Oh, video's unavailable?
Let's see.
There we go.
We have to watch an ad to watch the ad.
Yes. Kind of the way things go.
So I raised mine.
Alright.
I raised mine.
Ah, these are the fucking
Whether
worst.
debit or credit?
Both.
What do you mean, both? Yeah, what do you mean both?
Well, my extra debit card lets me build my credit with everyday purchases and gives me some pretty awesome reward points too.
Debit that builds credit?
Yep, debit that builds credit.
Debit that builds credit?
Bingo! Debit that builds credit.
How does this extra debit card actually build your credit?
Well, when you swipe your card, extra spots you for your purchase and then pays itself back the next business day. At the end of the month, extra adds up all of your transactions and reports them to the
I'm
bureau.
cracking up thinking of you watching this and hating it so much you could like find it and send it to the email.
I did.
Why didn't I think of that? Are there any sort of hidden fees or high interest rates to be afraid of?
It's the death of
Extra cards
advertising,
like
guys.
flat monthly fees starting at just $7.
Look how
No
funny and
interest.
awkward it is.
And
Ah.
that way, you don't have to worry
Yeah, I
about
hate
potentially going into debt just to build credit and earn reward points.
There's no joke. It's
Is
just,
there a credit check?
Then this
I
guy.
always get denied for things when there's a credit check.
No, there's no
Like,
credit
no one can be
check.
normal.
yeah,
Extra
right.
Everyone has to be a
connections
freak.
Bank account, so they won't let you spend more than you have. And because Extra has a 99% approval rate, it's great for everyone, no matter
How's it
what.
going for so long?
Debit
Extended
that
cut.
builds credit.
Bingo! Debit that builds credit.
Debit that builds credit.
Yeah,
Oh.
debit that builds credit.
Stop trying to be funny. Stop. Just stop. Just stop.
Credit curious? Head over to www.
Man, that was.
So there's this thing going on, and I feel like we should dedicate a whole video to it sometime, where at some point, all these companies thought, hey, our advertising needs to be funny.
Yeah.
But it's made by the most unfunny people in the world.
Yeah.
They're trying to be funny, and it just turns into that shit.
The safe
and that
corporate
that was like
fundamentals.
a pleasant example compared to
Yeah,
most of the shit
yeah,
out there.
yeah.
At least this one had the watermelon guy, but anything
Yeah,
else,
no.
like, dude, like, it's this stilted, awkward humor that you'd have at like a pep rally in high school,
Yeah.
where like the jocks come out who are not funny at all, and they try to make a
Yeah.
joke in front of everyone. That's what modern advertising is trying to do by making every fucking commercial a joke when it doesn't need to be a joke.
Yeah, you're right.
Be funny when it's really funny, but like forcing it all the time. You hear it on radio advertisements, you see it on TV all the time. Notorious around the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's like, we gotta be funny, and it's just like these pathetic attempts. I hate them.
I know, I agree.
But you know what I don't hate? Are commercials. And it's time for some. See ya. We'll be right back.
To put a stop to the senseless slaughtering of innocent potatoes, remember this. Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. Rice-A-Roni, the flavor can't be beat. A special blend of seasonings
For flavor that is sure to please and save a potato.
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat.
Save a potato. Serve Rice-A-Roni.
No, goalie. This hockey team's in trouble.
You with the pretzels! Get in there! Good thing these new rolled gold pretzels are fat-free.
Unbelievable!
Must be the pretzels.
It must be the pretzels!
Yes!
Are you okay?
Hang on.
A legend in the making!
For great taste that's fat-free, it must be rolled gold.
And we're back. I hope you enjoyed that brief intermission.
We got two more things on the email, and we'll go from there. So this next one is interesting looking. The Memento Mori coin.
Yeah, this is cool. I saw this today, actually.
I'll just read it. We are excited to announce that the Daily Stoic is now releasing its own Memento Mori. Remember that you will die, a medallion, as a physical manifestation for you to carry with everywhere. Jesus Christ, alright.
Yeah.
Damn, that's,
Yeah. I think it's kind of important.
I feel like I don't know, I mean, I guess some people forget about it, but me, I don't know if it's good or bad. I feel like I'm always pretty well aware of it.
Same. I think of it probably a little too much.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
Yeah. But I think the reason I wanted to send it to the email was for you guys to have a reminder.
Yeah.
Because
remember, you're gonna die, guys. So.
Yeah, exactly. Me and Emmett are kind of nuts, and we
think about it a lot.
We have those writer brains,
Yeah.
and I think we tend to think about depressing shit a lot.
Yeah,
and it motivates us, though.
Yeah.
And I think for some of you guys who maybe don't think about it enough, once in a while, it's good to remember you're gonna die. So it's good to accomplish some shit because you're gonna die.
So go get your Memento Mori unfazed coins.
Yeah, and you can keep it in your pocket.
My face on one side and Ben's face on the other side.
Yes, and little skulls and crossbones around us. And I don't know where I was going with this. yeah.
We should have unfazed Memento Mori coins. It's me like aiming a gun at you, and then you see like with an axe.
That would be the best. Let us know if you'd like that. But yeah, I think it's important, and I included a Hemingway quote in here. That's not really totally related, but I guess it kind of adds to that. Accomplish things, because remember the time we have here is limited. So this is kind of a good quote.
Yeah.
This is a Hemingway quote. He says, "There's nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former self."
Agreed. Yeah, that is a really good quote.
Yeah, Hemingway knew what was up. And then at the back of the coin, it says, "You could leave right now." Or, sorry, you could leave life right now.
Damn.
That always makes me think of the cemetery in Tombstone. Did we ever go there together?
No.
I went there with James. I went there with Alan in the past. But Boot Hill Cemetery in Tombstone, Arizona, is this famous old Western cemetery. And I remember one of the headstones there says, "Where you stand, I once was, and where I am, you soon will be."
Fuck, that's badass.
And I was like, dude, ever since I saw it, the first time I saw that, I was like a teenager. Always stuck with me. I never even wrote it down. I just remembered that.
Yeah.
And that's one of those reminders that we're crazy enough to think of every day, multiple times. But maybe you guys should think of that once in a while. If you're working on stuff, it's a good frightening motivator.
I hope you're enjoying our Valentine's Day podcast.
We're all gonna die. Yeah. Someday.
But you're right. It is a motivator. I think that's why.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I do think about it a lot. I think about how we have limited time here.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
And it drives me to do a lot of shit. And then every once in a while, I feel like I'm not doing enough, and I got to recall when I'm doing all this stuff. So it does keep you motivated.
Exactly.
Really. It's not exactly like well, maybe it is a positive motivator. We shouldn't.
It is. I think it just has so much depressing lining around it. Mm-hmm. But when you really think about it, it's like, hey, don't take your time for granted, and maybe spread a little joy. Try to accomplish some stuff.
Don't waste time. That's the big thing.
Don't waste your life. It's okay to have days where it's nice to relax and enjoy and chill.
Yeah, it's not a waste at all.
And that's fine.
Having fun.
Yeah,
it's not a waste.
Time that was wasted, that was spent. Or what did John Lennon say? Something like that. Time that was wasted that you enjoyed wasting was not wasted time.
Yeah.
Something like that. So that's cool. But at the same time, try new things. Get out there. Make your hobbies, set them into motion. Set some projects into motion. Because, one day, hopefully no time, soon, but one day we won't be here anymore.
It's true.
It's true. So get some shit done.
But while we are here, you can sign up to be a patron.
Yeah.
Our unfazed Patreon.
That would be great. We have a link below. And I think right now we have 5 patrons.
Ooh.
Hey, you know what we should do? We should shout out our patrons.
Oh, I would love to shout out the patrons.
Let's shout out the patrons. And if you guys would like to be shouted out, become a patron and help us make more content more often.
Yes.
Yeah, let me see. Who do we got in our patron club?
Who we got?
Let's see here. Patron club. Oh,
the patrons.
We've got Artwork of Warhammer, our first patron. Great man. A huge supporter of the channel and a friend. We also have Brian. Shout out to Brian, a very good man. He always comes in clutch with fun comments and fun things to talk about. He's got a great vibe. We've also got Bert
Bacharach.
And then we've also got
Bert's been there for a while.
Who we got? Fengren?
Fenny, I love Fenny. He's a good man.
Fenny's awesome. Bert and Fenny, both awesome.
Is Vic a patron?
I don't know if Vic's in there.
Damn. All right, well, Vic, if you really are a patron, then thank you.
I don't think Vic's a patron.
Yeah, I don't think she is.
I'm missing someone.
Oh, Tropical Jake. Is Tropical Jake a patron?
It shows Tropical Jake, yeah. Okay.
Well, if you're our patron, thank you, baby.
Anyway, to all our patrons, if I left anyone out...
If you missed anyone, let us know, please.
Please let us know, and we'll shout you out on the next pod.
We deeply appreciate it.
But the patrons are super important, and we love to have you guys because it helps keep gas in the tanks and cigars in our mouths.
Well, I love both of those things.
Love you guys. So
fill up cigars in the tank and gas in the mouth.
I do sometimes too.
We have one more thing on the email here.
All right, this is one I just want Emmett to react to. I actually saw this last night while I was watching TV.
Oh, is this what you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, I was watching Pumpkinhead for the first time, and what a bizarre horror movie. Totally worth a watch, but I would say the first hour is actually the first 45 minutes is like not necessary. It's pretty cheesy, but the last half hour is great. It's just cool, like classic 80s horror with like really cool special effects. But the first 45 minutes, take it or leave it, whatever. But watch it just for the end.
Okay.
Stan Winston was the director, and he's famous for the Stan Winston School of Special Effects and Makeup. So he does like a lot of like, oh man, I'm trying to think. I think he did like the effects for American Werewolf in London and a bunch of those movies. But yeah, Pumpkinhead, check it out.
Pumpkinhead. So while you were watching
I was
Pumpkinhead,
watching this popped up, and I was like, wow, what an odd thing to make. So here we go.
This is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down.
All these Peacock original things are just weird.
I looked at my kingdom. I was finally there to sit on my throne.
Will, calm down, man.
So basically, this wasn't the same commercial, but the one I saw was like pretty intense, and it's like a mom crying, and she's like, "You could have been shot, you could have been killed." She's like, "Now you're going to live with your auntie and your uncle in Bel Air," and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And they're taking the Fresh Prince of Bel Air and making it like a gritty drama.
What?
Isn't that bizarre? Isn't that strange?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
From that trailer, I assumed it was going to be like like a drama about Will Smith's life or something, but no. It's literally...
maybe it is, and maybe the Fresh Prince was our first introduction to it as a comedy. But
kind of like that Shia LaBeouf movie where it's like about him making movies. I thought it was going to be like that for Will Smith. But if it's a drama that's the Fresh Prince of Bel Air,
that's
the dumbest thing.
That's what it sounds like to me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what
it does sound like that.
That's what I got from the first trailer. And I was like, can you imagine doing that with like Seinfeld? It's like, it's a show about nothing. Yada 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 cancer. You know,
I'm here in New York.
Yeah, yeah, with my friend George and my crazy neighbor Kramer. It's a dark time, man. It's a dark time. Cosmo, Cosmo. Seinfeld. TV mature. Yeah. So I thought that was like one of the strangest choices for a show I've seen.
Everything I've seen from Peacock looks weird. I don't know much about Peacock. But everything I've seen that's advertised from there looks a little
I haven't watched it either.
Yeah.
If you guys like Peacock, let us know.
Let us know.
If you like Cockpea, let us know.
Yeah, I don't really like Cockpea.
Nor do I. I'm something of a scientist myself. But yeah, it's a strange one. It's a strange one.
That's,
but
what the hell?
That was fun. That was a good collection of stuff.
That was a good collection of stuff. Thank you.
Yeah. How about we do some fun facts about Valentine's Day?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you want to?
We could find some.
I think it'd be kind of fun. Something a little different. Something a little out there.
All I know is that it was St. Valentine was this guy named something or other Valentine who would, before it was allowed, he would secretly wed people who were of either different faiths or different races or something before it was allowed. And so that's where we get.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know about the St. Valentine's Day Massacre?
That I don't. Most people do.
St. Valentine's Day Massacre was a mafia shootout where a bunch of mobsters got killed. And the brick wall that has the bullet holes in it is actually on display in the Mob Museum in Las Vegas. And you can actually see it. And I actually saw it in real life, and it was pretty disturbing. Yeah. But also cool in a morbid sense.
Right,
you know?
right.
But kind of like the Haunted Museum. That kind of vibe, you know? That kind of thing. And I guess there was a dog that was there that was the only survivor that like witnessed the shootout, and I guess the dog was never the same. It was like skittish and like frightened for the rest of its life.
That's so sad. Dude,
it was super sad. But yeah, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, pretty freaking intense. And I seem to remember there was like one guy who lived and was able to give some like, oh, I got a call. Hey, I got a call from Alan. Should we FaceTime Alan?
Let's FaceTime Alan.
Hey man, what's up?
Hey, are you watching it?
Dude, we're not watching it right now, but we're in the middle of a podcast, and we would love to have you on. Jenny, you're on the pod.
Hello.
Hey, say hi to everyone.
What are you guys up to? Oh, are you guys doing a pod?
Yeah, you're on the podcast right now. Yeah, say hi.
Hello. We're watching the Super Bowl and the Bengals have it.
The Bengals have it? All right.
Yeah. Jenny, you want to say hi to the podcast? Say hello.
Yeah, hello. Hey on Face. It's me.
But
I'll be in more podcasts. I'm sorry, Ben just doesn't invite me out. But
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, I want to be on a podcast. I have a lot to say.
No, she doesn't.
Give me a topic. I gotcha.
Jenny, talk about Valentine's Day.
Oh, Kareem gave you that topic.
Yeah.
You might have to edit that out. Kareem gave you that topic. You guys didn't go over that.
Tell me
Because I told her that. Actually, the reason is because I told her that. I said, is Valentine's Day just for lovers or is it for everyone? And then she added in the commercial stuff, if that's what you're talking about.
Is it?
But
Yes.
I personally me and Nate don't really celebrate Valentine's Day, so I don't know.
Yeah, so we mentioned that, and we said that we totally respect that, but I also said, I think there is a place for it. I think there's a place for the candy, I think there's a place for the romance. I think there's, I get it. I don't think it diminishes the rest of the year, but...
No, it does, but it kind of like, I think I get annoyed when people are put so much emphasis in it that, like, if they're single, it's like, oh, I'm single on Valentine's Day. It's like, literally this day, like, my parents used to give us little Valentine's Day stuff.
Yeah.
It's so sweet. Like, it's not a day that you can just be mopey. And I actually heard on the radio show this guy was wondering if he should break up with his girlfriend before Valentine's Day or after. And me and Nate discussed it. It was actually, we had, like, a true discussion about it. Because I'm like, it really doesn't matter. Like, if you're gonna break up with her, do it. Like, Valentine's Day is just a day, and they're fighting. Sorry, the Super Bowl's on.
Hey, wait. One more thing. So if you're dating a girl, should a girl get a man a Valentine's gift, or is it just a man getting a?
No, it should go both ways.
I think it should go both ways.
Yeah.
Just like you, Alan. Sorry, man.
Alright.
I love you, Alan. I'm sorry, man. So, the Bengals are winning, though? What's the score right now? I'm wearing it, yeah. I'm wearing it. Alan got me this shirt for Christmas.
It's Toronto Raptors.
Yeah. Toronto Raptors, alright. But, yeah, dude, so what's the score right now? The Bengals score?
13-17.
13-17.
Hell yeah.
Bengals.
So I bet on the under, having it be under 49.5 points, and then I also bet on the money line for the Bengals. So, all right, is it fourth quarter right now?
Third.
Ooh, all right. Well,
Dude, you missed a great halftime show. You would have loved it. All your favorites were there. Like fucking Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent. All your favorites. Mary J.
Lies.
oh,
Blige.
Lies.
All your favorites are there.
Kendrick Lamar.
oh, Kendrick Emmett's a big Kendrick Lamar fan.
Oh.
All your guys' favorites are there.
Big fan. All right, well, thank you for calling into the podcast, guys. We appreciate it. Sure.
I'm an avid ASMR watcher. Can I please do ASMR on your channel?
Yes.
If you guys want some ASMR, we have a person for it.
Guys, would you like ASMR from Jenny? Comment down below.
I am so good at it. I promise.
Good times. Bye, guys. Enjoy the show. Later.
Beautiful.
And enjoy the game, too, I guess. Well, that was a fun little call.
Yeah.
We should do that more often. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to have a way where we could have the Unfazed crew and the patrons call in. Like, we give them a set time and be
That'd
like...
be sick.
Or we call them,
And
like,
then they
halfway
say,
through the pod.
I've killed 12 hookers.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh.
All right.
Warhammer.
Warhammer, how could you? All right, we'll keep it secret just for you, man. Because we love you. Yeah.
That'd be fun, though.
That was fun. That was good.
Yeah. Alright, so you listen to Valentine's Day facts.
Sure.
Let's pull up a random article here.
Let's do it.
So the first one was about the origins. Saint Valentine wasn't just one person. You may already know that Saint Valentine's Day was named after its patron saint, but that's actually some confusion surrounding which Saint Valentine the holiday... Are there multiple St. Valentines? I guess. The holiday technically honors. According to History.com, there are at least 2 men named Valentine that could have inspired the holiday, including one Valentine who was a priest in the 3rd century Rome. As the story goes, this Valentine defied Emperor Claudius II's ban on marriage. He thought it distracted young soldiers, illegally marrying couples in the spirit of love until he was caught and sentenced to death. Okay, so that's close.
So why were people supposed to be getting married? Like outside of the spirit of love?
I guess the emperor thought it was... That he didn't want people getting married because he thought it was a distraction that weakened the soldiers.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't wrong.
Yeah. Another legend suggests that Valentine was killed for attempting to help Christians escape prison in Rome, and that he actually sent his first Valentine message himself.
Wow.
Well, imprisoned, writing a letter signed "From Your Valentine."
Wow. That's actually kind of interesting.
I always knew about this secret marriage one. I think that's the one, but I don't know.
I didn't know.
Let us know what you guys think.
I never gave it much thought, actually.
Number 2, Valentine's Day has its roots in an ancient pagan festival, as they all do. Though some historians believe that Valentine's Day commemorates the death of Saint Valentine, others believe that the holiday actually has its origins in a pagan fertility festival called Lupercalia, which was celebrated on February 15th in ancient Rome, dedicated to Faunus, the Roman god of agriculture. And Roman founders Romulus and Remus, the day was celebrated by sacrificing animals and smacking women with animal hides. What? So you can smack a woman around with animal hides. It was supposed to encourage fertility. You give me a baby.
The goat, Latka, the goat.
In the 1300s, it officially became a holiday associated with love. At the end of the 5th century...
That took a turn.
Yeah. Roman Pope Gelasius officially declared the date February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Oh, Gelasius, a good man.
Love Gelasius.
Good man.
It wasn't until the Middle Ages, though.
Snappy dresser.
He was a snappy dresser. He had a new groove.
He did. Yeah.
The holiday became associated with love and romance, a tradition that first started from the common belief in France and England that birds started their mating season on February 14th. That's actually interesting.
That's interesting.
That makes sense. Cupid has its roots in Greek mythology. I think we all knew that. At least, I don't know. I like Greece and Greek mythology, so...
I like Greece.
Yeah, I do too. He's the charming cherub that appears on Valentine's Day cards, often depicted with a bow and arrow.
Oh, he's always naked.
Yeah, but how did Cupid become a common symbol of Valentine's Day? According to Time, the figure can actually be traced all the way back to 700 BC to the Greek god of love named Eros, which was actually a handsome, immortal man with the intimidating power to make people fall in love.
Ooh.
But it wasn't until the 4th century BC that the Romans adopted Eros into the image of a cute little boy with a bow and arrow named Cupid. By the turn of the 19th century, Cupid had become linked to Valentine's Day due to his love-matching powers.
Let me read one.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. I actually really like that. That's interesting. Yeah. I didn't know about the imprisonment and sending out Valentines.
Yeah, I didn't know about that one either.
That's kind of cool. It takes a little dark turn.
It does.
The first Valentine was sent in the 15th century. The oldest record of a Valentine was being sent, according to History.com. It was a poem written by a French medieval duke named Charles to his wife in 1415. Hey, Chucky.
Oh.
Charles penned this sweet note to his lover while he was imprisoned in the Tower of London at just 21 years old. One of the lines in the poem said, "I am already sick of love, my very gentle Valentine. Swoon."
Wow.
Very interesting. Not until the 1840s did we get the first mass-produced Valentines. 1840s, wow. I never really gave it much thought. I always thought it was like a 1950s Hallmark card.
Yeah.
I thought it was much more recent.
Yeah, me too.
People started exchanging cards and handwritten letters to both lovers and friends during the 17th century, but it was in the 1840s that the first Valentine's Day cards were mass-produced in the United States, sold by Esther A. Howland, known as the mother of the American Valentine. I heard she was pretty hot in bed. Howland is credited with commercializing Valentine's Day cards in America, and she is remembered for her elaborate, crafty cards made with lace and ribbons.
Oh.
Very interesting, very interesting.
The tradition of giving Valentine's Day flowers dates back to the 17th century. Giving red roses may be an obvious romantic gesture today, but it wasn't until the late 17th century that giving flowers became a popular custom. In fact, the practice can be traced back to when King Charles II of Sweden learned the language of flowers, which pairs different flowers with specific meanings, on a trip to Persia and subsequently introduced the tradition to Europe. Interesting. Okay, cool.
That's interesting.
Today, Americans spend a lot on love, okay? I think we know that. We don't really need that's not really a fact. We just,
Is that a thing globally? Do you guys in Czech Republic, do you celebrate? Do you guys in UK celebrate? I'm sure you do. All right?
Yeah.
But like what's the extent of it? How extreme is it, you know?
Yeah, let us know. Americans send 145 million Valentine's Day cards each year. Dang.
That's a lot.
And they also spend millions of dollars on gifts for their pets. Yeah, I love my pets.
I think we would make killer greeting cards. I think they'd be funny as heck.
Yeah.
Would you guys like some unfazed greeting cards? I feel like we could make some pretty
That
sweet
could be
ones.
cool. That could be cool.
That's something to earmark there. That's a good one.
The Valentine's Day gift that people spend most on is jewelry, obvious. The first heart-shaped box of chocolates was introduced in 1861. So mid-1800s seemed to really take off.
Heart-shaped box.
Conversation hearts got their start as medical lozenges. Okay, that's interesting.
Wait, say it again?
The conversation hearts, those little hard candies that are heart-shaped that have little messages on them, they started as medical lozenges.
Heart-shaped box, Nirvana.
Conversation hearts. But it wasn't until 1866 that we first got sweet printed messages on the hearts, and thus they became conversation hearts.
Those are always a little chalky and gross, but you can't help yourself but have
more than 8 billion of them are manufactured a year.
That's gross.
I always hated them.
Yeah.
Nearly 6 million couples get engaged on Valentine's Day. Okay, wow. So it is a day for like serious love and all that.
60% of them don't last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's celebrated differently around the world. Many Latin American countries know the holiday as El Dia de los Enamorados, Day of Lovers, or El Dia del Amor y la Amistad.
Amore.
Day of Love and Friendship. Though couples exchange flowers and chocolates on this day, the holiday's focus is also directed to showing gratitude towards friends, which I think is true here. Friends and family and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's nice to get that like candy from our moms or give cards to our family, things like that. I think that's nice.
Ooh, this one's interesting. XO didn't always mean hug and kiss. It's a popular signature this time of the year. The origins of the signature, however, stem from the Middle Ages. The Washington Post reported that during those times, the X symbolized the Christian cross. The letters ended with the sign of the cross and a kiss to symbolize an oath.
Interesting.
As the gesture became more popular in literature, letters and paperwork.
XOXO, I never gave it much thought, but it always did kind of like seem a little weird. Well, kind of like the X makes sense because of Xmas.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Christian origins. Yeah.
All right.
Let me read one. Let's do this. Let's see here.
You take the last two. There's just a couple left.
There's only a couple left? Okay. There's an official Valentine's Day alternative for singles.
Ooh, all right.
Hey.
Let's check it out.
Here's looking at you, Alan Hemmis. International Quirky Alone Day is the holiday for single people on the same date. That seems a little sad. The holiday isn't an anti-Valentine's Day event, but rather a moment to celebrate self-love and platonic relationships. International Quirky Alone Day has been celebrated globally since 2003.
Quirky alone.
That sucks. I gotta say, that sucks. Just celebrate Valentine's Day and suck it up. Come on.
Yeah.
William Shakespeare inspired a tradition. Writing letters to Juliet has become a Valentine's Day tradition for many and even inspired the 2010 film Letters to Juliet. Around Valentine's Day, thousands of letters are sent to Verona, Italy, addressed to Romeo and Juliet character Juliet Capulet. The Capulets and Montagues. These love letters to Juliet are filled with emotion, passion, and sometimes nude pictures. In many cases, heartbreak. Volunteers called Juliet's secretaries read through each letter, write responses, and pick a winner of the Cara Giulietta, which translates to Dear Juliet in English.
I did not know that. That's
Never
really
heard of this.
interesting.
Yeah,
it's like letters to Santa. But
except you might get lucky.
Right.
The winner gets to visit Juliet's home in Verona and attend a special ceremony.
Wow, that is crazy. I had no idea about that.
We should write letters to Juliet.
I'd love to write letters to Juliet.
I feel like I could write a heck of a letter.
Yeah.
You could write a banger.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
It also sounds like a war movie, Letters to Juliet.
Letters to Juliet.
He's out there with his rifle and his helmet.
That could be really good. I like that.
That could be. That's actually very interesting. I
Not to be confused with Letters to Iwo Jima.
Right. Exactly.
Or is it Letters from Iwo Jima?
From, I think.
Yeah, makes sense.
Letters to Juliet from Iwo Jima.
Yeah. She was a real hellcat. Yeah, she killed a lot of people in the war. She was wild, man.
When she got back, she murdered prostitutes.
Yes, she did. She killed about a dozen of them. Then she called into the Howard Stern show, and she confessed her love for Romeo.
And she had an abnormally low voice. But
it was very odd. It was very odd. But she's going to be in the new Will Smith-produced show on Peacock.
Yeah.
Which is going to be pretty cool. Yeah, so we're excited about that. She's going to wear the big shoulder pads. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you guys for sending us topics to discuss. That's always super nice. And definitely like and subscribe if you've made it this far. What are you doing? Make sure you like and subscribe. And join us on the Patreon if you want to help us make more content more often.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Have a great rest of your week.
Love you all.
Love you guys. And as always, remain unfazed.
Hugs and kisses. Goodbye.
XOXO.